thanks for agreeing to speak to me this morning. Much
That's all
appreciated.
right.
Obviously, I have to say, as I'm sure everybody does, I'm a huge fan
All right, marvellous.
of your career and that kind of stuff. I'm trying to educate the wife on
Yeah.
along those lines as well.
Women can be very difficult where slapstick comedy is concerned.
She doesn't get it, mate. I'll be totally
No.
honest with you.
Yeah.
She doesn't get how sort of someone being hit with a frying pan can be funny.
Yeah.
Just don't understand it myself. But there you go. Obviously today, talking about your musical side of things,
Yes.
which I have to ask: do people do you have a problem with people taking you seriously because of what you're best known for? Do people?
Not really. I mean, we say what we're going to do. We do punk songs on folk instruments, and it's me. People come along and they expect a bit of both, and that's mostly what they get. It's pretty clear what it is, I think.
No, it's just because of the other stuff that you've done, you're known for your slapstick comedy, obviously.
Yeah.
And, having listened to the music, I can see where you're coming from. I love punk music myself, my kind of era, the late
Yeah.
70s and the 80s. I wasn't quite sure what to expect with it played on a mandolin and kind of in a kind of folky way.
Have you heard any of it yet?
Yeah, I listened to the Clash
All right.
yesterday and and God Save the Queen. A
Yeah.
little bit different than the Sex Pistols version.
Yeah, slightly
But
different.
it kind of works.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think it works. I mean, it all sort of happened by accident. Sort of. Have you ever been on one of those sort of pre-Christmas boozy lunches where you end up in a music shop, and while you're a bit tipsy, you buy something that you don't know you bought until the next morning and see it on the kitchen table. That's what happened to me, and I bought this mandolin, and I was born in a time where punk was my kind of teenage backdrop, as it were, and the songs I've always played, and I got a tutor for this mandolin, and it had such boring tunes in it. I thought, well, I'll just play the songs I know on this mandolin, and it just sounded quite interesting. So I've just followed it through. It's just an accident, like most of my life,
so what
Comedy was an accident that just sort of fell in by default.
So what gave you the
At the
idea
band on the wall, actually, that
Yeah.
was bizarre, because Rick and I went to Manchester University, and we were told you could get your equity card if you did a few lunchtime spots at this band on the wall place. So we did what was called then lunchtime theatre, but was actually the sort of beginnings of our act.
Right.
We never got our equity cards, but it sort of started the act off.
And of course you're back there on the 30th, which is next Wednesday,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So it's kind of gone
I
full
wonder if
circle
the
for you.
toilets still have the smell of Rick's vomit. He was a very nervous performer in those days and used to throw up every time before.
Has he been and seen you performing as the Bad Shepherds?
No, he hasn't yet. We've got a kind of pact, the two of us, that we never see each other in other stuff because we always hate it. We're always either jealous or we hate it, so there's no point.
Well, as I say, you're back in Manchester on the 30th, which is next Wednesday. Then you're back. I noticed from the touring schedule that you are very busy at the moment. You're out and about pretty much right the way through October.
Yeah, no, we got 28 dates in 33 days, which is the sort of diary of a mad young person. So I don't know if I'll be alive this time in 6 weeks.
Well, that's it. You're back up in the northwest towards the end of October as well. You're in Chester and then in Liverpool as well.
Yeah.
Which I am determined that one way or another I'm going to get to one of the 3 dates.
Tell your wife to just hit her with a frying pan and come on in.
That's it. I think I am going to try and get down to Manchester.
Yeah.
See you on Wednesday night because I am interested now that I've heard it and I've watched a few video clips on YouTube of the band
They're
performing.
dreadful quality, aren't they, those things?
It's
It's bizarre what hangs out in the sort of public arena, sort of rubbish bits of stuff from people's camera phones.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've watched, and of course,
Yeah.
you do have official stuff on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
It looked like it was taken somewhere up in Scotland. It looked like Edinburgh Castle in the background.
It was Harlech, yeah.
Was it Harlech?
In Wales, yeah.
I'm so embarrassed. I should have known that.
Yeah.
But obviously things are going well for you. What else is in the pipeline? There's an album. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name. I'll let you do that.
It's Yan Jan Tethera Medera, which means 1, 2, 3, 4 in a sort of bizarre Cumbrian shepherd's dialect. Had the Ramones been Cumbrian shepherds is what they would have shouted before every song.
Well, I'm
That's the
sure
theory behind that one.
has that been released as a physical release, or is that a download only kind of
It's
thing?
a physical release, yeah. You can get it from Amazon
So,
or our website, or you can get it on iTunes.
that's it. It's the way things are going digital age.
Yeah. Yeah.
You mentioned the website.
Oh
So,
yes, we're frightfully modern.
well, so you mentioned the website. You've got obviously all the dates are on there for the gigs,
Yeah.
and some reviews and what have you on there as well, which is www.thebadshepherds.com. If I can.
It's pretty simple, isn't it? When we first set that one up, when you Googled the Bad Shepherds, you used to get to a page about naughty vicars.
That is
Thought it was
kind of
rather nice.
in keeping with.
Unfortunately, we've sort of outnumbered him in hits by now. So
it is kind of in keeping with previous stuff that you've done, really, that you'd expect that to
yeah,
happen.
yeah.
So,
They weren't rude sexual vicars. They were vicars who were leading their flocks astray. It's a great page. I loved it. He's a very, very cross Christian.
well, you never know. You might have driven some traffic down to them.
That's true.
since.
Yeah.
And of course, what is next for the Bad Shepherds? You've said you've 28 gigs in 33
Well,
days.
we've got this tour now, and then we're taking a break. We're going to make an album in January, February, and then back on the road from the spring.
So
It's already kind of filling up. It's not on the website yet, but we've got about 40 dates in the book for next year so far.
you are a glutton for punishment.
I just love doing it. You know, when you've got a hobby that is your work, it's fantastic. It's exactly the same feeling as when I started with Rick. That was kind of our hobby. We were just doing it for fun, and it turned into a business, and it seems to be the same with this. It's nice.
I've got to ask, do you prefer, obviously you've toured previously on the comedy stuff, the bottom tours and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you prefer touring as a musician rather than an actor?
I do, yes. I think it all depends. You know, it depends who you are at what time in your life, doesn't it? I think if someone had told me when I was 18, you know, you're 18 and they're pressurising you to go to some kind of college, and so I said, what's the DOS's course? It's drama, so I'll do drama. If there'd been a DOS's course in music, I would have much preferred to do that, but in the 70s there wasn't a DOS's course in music. Of course now you can get a degree in pop music, can't you?
Yeah. So do you see a commercial success with Man? Are you planning on releasing any singles, or is it just going to be
No,
albums
there's
and lives?
nothing in that. You know, we know where we are. We're a kind of niche market, and we're having fun. We're sort of, there's a whole kind of underworld in the music scene. You know, there's this massive festivals. We played a lot of them this summer that before I sort of put this band together, I'd never heard of. But there's a kind of huge kind of subculture of folk festivals, which are really good fun. And they're all over the world, which is nice. We want to have some adventures. We want to go around the sort of the edges of New Europe, as it were, you know, Romania and Bulgaria and all that. Because the great thing about music as opposed to comedy is you can play to foreign people. We did some gigs in Holland this year. It was great fun. Very nice.
So, is there any plans on releasing Living Doll as a folk song by any chance?
Releasing what?
Living Doll? You are well known
No,
for...
I doubt it. It's just not a very good song. We have criteria. We have standards. It has to be a good song to stand up to our treatment.
Well, Adrian Edmonson, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, man.
Today, it's been a pleasure to speak to you. I will hopefully be there in Manchester on Wednesday to give you a cheer.
Okay, man.
Of the band in the
I shall see you there.
And thanks a lot.
All right. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.